Hello YouTube, you're Inside the Edge and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today is a very important topic. This is a very important video and I'm going to continue to make more videos on current events, things that's happening in today's world. I definitely want to make more videos about important topics. So today we're going to talk about what's happening with our border guys. This has been something that has been talked about. You can call it whether it's the Republican Party, Democrat Party. The border is an American issue. It's an American problem. It has nothing to do with either side. This is something that's affecting a lot of us. We're starting to see a lot of migrants coming through all different states, and it just seems like it's becoming a problem, and we're starting to see so much homelessness. And a lot of these migrants, they're just being bussed into a lot of these states, and a lot of people in Congress in these states, they don't know what to do with these migrants. It seems like Title 52 is not on our side right now, so everything is up for grabs. We don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. I think Title 42, I believe. There's going to be some type of talk happening of if it's going to be reinstated or upheld, or there's going to be some discussion on that. But with that being said, guys, Governor Abbott has been, the governor seems like he's trying to tackle this issue, head on. He's trying to get other board members on board to, try to figure out, what can they do about this crisis, this border crisis, because we're hearing so much about how fentanyl is coming in through this country, through the border, sex trafficking, all this stuff happens at the border, guys. This is important. So with that being said, guys, I just want to drop a quick clip for you guys just to hear Abbott and his stance on why is he transporting migrants to the USA Capitol. I definitely want you guys to check this out.
More about your plan, and also I understand that there was a press release that was issued later last night that explained that the migrants would have to volunteer to get on a bus to go to Washington, D.C. Is that right?
Well, let me explain how this whole process works. First, the big goal that we're seeking to achieve, and that is Joe Biden has refused to come to the border to see the chaos that he has created by his open border policies. So we're going to take the border to him by transporting the people that he is dropping off in these local communities in the state of Texas and sending them to Washington by plane or by bus. What's happening is there's an increased number of people coming across the border that the federal government, are processing and then letting loose. And what has been happening so far is those people will be getting on buses and going to San Antonio or Houston or other places like that. And so I think they just need longer bus rides. With regard to the voluntary component of it, understand this, and that is, Dana, if I were to go to Washington, D.C. And take you and put you on a bus and take you down to the Rio Grande Valley, that would be kidnapping. Same thing applies to anybody who refuses to get onto a bus. That would be kidnapping, even though it would be by a law enforcement agency. So there are laws that have to be followed in this process. That said, I can tell you this. Overnight, there were multiple communities in the Rio Grande Valley that have been in communication with their office asking us to provide buses for them, maybe even planes to provide for them for the movement of these migrants. Listen, these migrants, once they come across the border, it's not as if they want to stay down there in the Rio Grande Valley. As you have already reported previously, they're moving across the entire country. As they move across the entire country, what better place for them to go to than the steps of the United States Capitol? They get to see the wonderful Capitol, but also get closer to the people who are making these policies that are allowing people to come across the border illegally.
All right, guys, like I mentioned before, it just seems like Abbott is, the only governor that's really trying to tackle on this issue head on, and he's starting to get a little bit of criticism. I'm seeing this Texas congresswoman named Sheila Jackson Lee. She kind of threw shots at Abbott, saying that, Abbott busing these migrants to, the Capitol isn't going to solve the issue. It's only going to create chaos. And I feel her on that. But I also think the chaos is already here. This Biden administration, they're not doing anything to, help fix with the border or hire more patrol agents to, be able to seek, catch these seeking asylum individuals. You hear the term coyote. There's all kinds of terms of, people migrating into this country. But, this is dangerous, guys. We don't know what, people are coming into this country. We don't know, what these people are capable of. We don't know what diseases they have. We don't know what they can bring into this country. We don't know if they're here for, if they were an ex-drug lord member from, their country, and then now they're coming here. Guys, even if, if we as Americans want to help them, how can we help, these people if they're just pouring into this country. I mean, we don't even have a good estimate of numbers of these people that's just being transported here, and it's becoming a serious issue. So I'm actually seeing, the D.C. mayor, she actually spoke out about, what's happening, what she's seeing in D.C., and she goes by the name of Muriel Bowser, and this is what she has to say of what's happening with, immigrants being boarded to, D.C.
This is a very significant issue. We have for sure called on the federal government to work across state lines to prevent people from really being tricked into getting on buses. We think they're largely asylum seekers who are going to final destinations that are not Washington, D.C. I worked with the White House to make sure that FEMA provided a grant to a local organization that is providing services to folks. But I fear that they're being tricked into nationwide bus trips when their final destinations are places all over the United States of America.
Okay, so Bowser, this woman, beautiful woman, by the way, but, she's saying that a lot of these migrants are being tricked into, being bussed in, and I don't think that's the case. Maybe some of them, but I think a lot of Congress in Texas, Arizona, Oklahoma, New City, New Mexico, I think a lot of these Congress people are all coming together and say, listen, if you guys don't want to fix the problem, then we're going to send these migrants to D.C. and you guys can take care of it. I think this is just something that Abbott has really spoken about. This is his plan, and I remember him talking about it months ago. So for things to just unfold the way it's unfolding, I think now that, the Democrats, I think they can, this might be an issue that they can try to focus on. Guys, this election, if you ask me, Republicans is going to take 2024. The Democrats, if they want to win this next election, they're going to have to fix problems that the American people really care about. And I think, migrating, just bringing migrants to D.C., I don't think it's going to solve the issue, but I think it can be a wake-up call for Biden to do something, because these politicians, man, they don't, a lot of the problems that we're seeing, it doesn't affect them because Biden, he has security. Kamala Harris, she lives in a nice house. She has home security. She's not, these people that's coming in to D.C., that's not going to affect them, or just throughout the states, it's not going to affect them. But I think, what Abbott is doing, and I think a lot of other people in Congress, what they're doing, I think it's a plan that, it can be eye-popping for the Democrats. And, hopefully we'll see what the Democrats can do and, what our plans moving forward. Because, like I said, there are, thousands of people pouring into this country, guys, and it's not helping us. Our tax dollars are being affected. Crime is being affected, all this stuff. And like I mentioned, I understand that, people are coming into this country for other reasons, for a better life. I'm sure most of them is for a better life, but at the same time, do it the right way. And I just think we're just seeing an invasion, and something has to be done, guys. So I want to hear what you guys think. I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to hear what you guys think about this border crisis, guys. And do you think the Democrats and, Republicans is like, which party? Can they come to some type of agreement and just try to see what can we do to slow down the migration that's happening in this country, guys? But until next time, guys, see you guys in my next video. Peace.